Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got prime time. Great one out there with the bodyguard. And it's the closer. And it's Anderson in at the point. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. G passes to Hill. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's prime time. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Here's G. Pass to the Cobra. That one's in. His first shot this game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Anderson outside. Here's Fung, and it's sent back by Hill. And they recover. Here's the closer. Clock at 6. Shoots the three. Hill pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fires away from way outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's the closer. Pass to Anderson. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Harris. And it's the bodyguard missing.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Insanity can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Ross. And it's sent back by Hill. Here's Insanity. And he can't bank that one in. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to the Cobra. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Anderson. Harris inside. Misses the baby hook. Warriors leading by 5. Here's the bodyguard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's the Cobra, and the bank shot is good. The Cobra's got 6. Here is Anderson. Pass to prime time. Ross with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
He's got 10.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Celtics trail by 8. G kicks to Harris. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Anderson. Here's G. And it's off from three-point range. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 14-6 run. The closer passes to Ross. They set the pick. Lets the three fly. And they'll get another chance. Fung. Pass to Ross. Lets it go with a three. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's G. Bank shot. No good. Warriors leading by 11. Left side Anderson from past the arc. And another three for Golden State.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Out to the wing. This one for three. Pass to the closer. They grab their own miss. Now, Ross, he's got 13. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Hill. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Steps back. Here's G. Outside Hill. To end the drought. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's insanity. No scoring in this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Clearly a foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
B-Train's checked in for the Celtics. The Warriors also with a sub. Baddest ones checked in for Anderson. Here's Primetime. There's a screen. Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Magina the pass to Harris. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Ross against Hill. Here's the closer. Back to Ross. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Skinny is checked in for Boston. The Warriors also with a sub. Conley's checked in. And Boston has possession. It's a 13-point game. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's the closer. Still without a basket. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Now, here is Hill. Pass to Bledsoe. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Or should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now, here is Hill. 6 points for him. Bledsoe, a screen on Ross. Hill has the open look. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Conley, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Warriors, Conley taking 2 shots.
And Conley drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Celtics trail by 15. Here's Insanity. He has yet to score. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Baddest one misses. Boston has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Bledsoe dishes to G. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to B-Train. 5 on the clock. And here is Hill. Bledsoe kicks to G. Fires the 3. The rebound by the closer. The closer's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Ross, guarded closer. Here's the closer. Pass to Ross. Here's the screen. To the middle. Here's the bodyguard. Out to Conley. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Here's baddest one. Connects from 3-point range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Celtics trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Insanity, the pass to Bledsoe. Over Ross. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The bodyguard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. The closer's got 5. Boston shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Pass to Bledsoe. Here's B-Train. The bodyguard grabs the board. The bodyguard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 6. That shot off.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
They set the pick. Here's the bodyguard. Back to Ross. He goes up again, and that one's good. The bodyguard. He's got 8.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's B-Train. Shot to stop the run. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the Celtics now. Harris's shot is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
They've got Skinny. The franchise is out there with Larkin. And there's B-Train. And it's Harris in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Medina. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Here's Harris. Hasn't made one yet. Larkin, the pass to the franchise. Harris's shot is good.
That's just unfair with that advantage height-wise. You can just shoot over him from deep.
Here's Champ. Here's Gentry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 19. And the franchise gets it to go.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Champ. Covered by Che. Relzic, the pass to Bannister. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That's his first foul. The Cobra, he's checked in for the franchise. The Warriors also with a sub. Anderson, he's checked in for Champ. Anderson finds Conley. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gentry. A 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 17. Harris dishes to Larkin. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Baddest one passes to Relzic. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Primetime. From 15 feet away, and it's good off the glass. Baddest one's got 5 now. Boston has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Larkin. Bledsoe kicks to Larkin, and Harris wide open. He shoots, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Harris has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Celtics. Warriors leading by 13. Timeout called the Warriors. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And it's the Celtics ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Shea outside. To the paint, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Anderson passes to Relzic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far. He'll be in just 2 for 2. Insanity, he's checked in for Boston. Ross, he's checked in for the Warriors. And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 12. Insanity, the pass to Bledsoe. And it's the great one with the rebound.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Ross dishes to Anderson. Pass to the great one. Here's Primetime, guarded by Harris. Baddest one misses. Boston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Inside, here's Medina. Outside for Bledsoe. Harris looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's the great one. Right wing. Shot from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-3 run right now. Here's Insanity. Nothing on the board. The Cobras' shot is off. Ross kicks to Anderson. Here's baddest one. Guarded by Bledsoe. Pass to the great one.
Come to me.
Tries the spin move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The franchise is checked in for Skinny. And the Warriors also making a change. Conley's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Primetime's checked in for the great one. Celtics trail by 14. Pass to Harris. Here's B-Train. He's guarded by Ross. And here comes the break. Here's Primetime, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Celtics making a switch here. She's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Bodyguards checked in for the great one. Anderson passes to Primetime. Now Ross. Here's baddest one. He has 5. Here's the bodyguard. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Insanity. Defended by Anderson. Here's Phelps. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
4th team foul. At the line for the Warriors, number 41.
And Boston has possession. 19-point game. Insanity, the pass to Harris. Down low. There's B-Train. Off target at the rim. The bodyguard passes to Ross. The kick out to Anderson.
Come on.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. Shake and Bake's checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Warriors, the great one comes in for Primetime, and G's subbed in for baddest one. Here's Insanity. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Shake and Bake. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Floyd's checked in for Shake and Bake.
Lineup for the Celtics, number 46, Dustin.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Anderson outside. Here's the bodyguard. Back to Anderson. Money from the wing.
Anderson.
And the Warriors lead by 21.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Boston's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Floyd. That's tipped. Here's the bodyguard. 13 points in the game. Outside Conley. Here's the bodyguard. And that one drops. The bodyguard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Pass to Floyd. Fires from 18. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Warriors.
Anderson outside. For three, Ross. It's in there. Conley with the assist.
Defensive.
Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
And that is a big-time shot and a really dumb foul. Don't give him the and one on a three-pointer.
Celtics shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. And that one, good. Ross has got 21 in the game.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Here's Floyd. Pass to the Cobra. Jacks up a 3. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Now here's Ross. G kicks to Conley. Three-pointer on the way. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Floyd. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Warriors. Pass to G. Another 3 for Golden State.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
They set the pick. The Cobra passes to G. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. For Boston, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Harris comes in for Floyd. And it's Hill in for B-Train. Golden State also making some changes. Primetime's checked in for the Great One. And the closer subbed in for G. Hill against Ross. Pass to the closer.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Primetime, and that one is good. Primetime's got 5 points so far.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Outside Hill. 1:43 left in the first half. Golden State's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's the Cobra. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Hill. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And he drives in. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Warriors have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
41. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Celtics making a switch here. Floyd's checked in. No good on the second free throw. The Celtics shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. The three from Hill. The Warriors pull it in. Ross has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Anderson passes to Primetime. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Rejected by Harris.
Celtics foul.
The Warriors have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Personal foul.
That free throw, no good.
For the Warriors, number 17. 2 shots.
So he comes up empty at the line. The Celtics shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Clock at 6. There's a good screen. No good from Ross. Harris outside. Over Ross. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Anderson is out there with the closer. Then there's the Great One, and it's prime time. And it's the bodyguard in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Anderson with the screen for Ross. And it's good off the back rim and in. Ross has got 25 points in the game.
The pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Insanity can't get it to go. Here's the bodyguard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
At the line for the Warriors.
The first one falls.
Number 41. 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. G passes to Harris. And the shot goes in.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
The Celtics have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
1 shot.
Here's Anderson. Pass to Ross. And Ross with the slam.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Here's G. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Harris. And it falls over the rim and in. Harris has got 11 points. The Warriors shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Anderson with the screen for Ross. A floater, and it's sent back by Hill. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Anderson finds Ross. It's hauled in by Harris.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Pass to Insanity. Back to Harris. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. Here's the bodyguard. The closer passes to Anderson. Offline with his 3. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Back to Harris. Outside Hill. Pass to Insanity. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. The bodyguard's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Back to Ross. Prime time, the pass to the bodyguard. Now here's Ross. 27 points for him. There's the pick. All alone. Jump shot is good. Ross has got 29 in the game. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's G, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Celtics have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Line for your Celtics. G.
And he makes the first.
Line for 2 shots.
And G drops them both. And it's Anderson with the ball for Golden State. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. It's good. Boston shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Here's G. Pass to the Cobra. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The Cobra's got 12.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Here's the bodyguard. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Insanity. Left side Harris on the wing Hill. Celtics passing it around. The Cobra passes to Insanity. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The Warriors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Ross kicks to Anderson. Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Harris. And it's the bodyguard missing. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Left side Harris. Pass to the Cobra. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Let's hear it for them.
Ross passes to primetime. Here's the closer. Pass to the bodyguard. With the fadeaway. And that one drops for him. The bodyguard's got 18 points in the game.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
Outside Hill. Here's Phelps. They get it back. Beyond the arc. That one, no good. Warriors shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. The closer passes to Anderson. And Hill over to help. Here's the closer. Fires for three. Prime time shot is good. 8 points for him.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Pass to the Cobra. Harris with it. From the arc. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
And it's sent back by Hill. Pass to the Cobra. Kept alive by Boston. Pick up by Hill. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Anderson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's the bodyguard. Anderson outside. Here's the closer. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Here's the bodyguard. Misses the chippy right there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to the closer. Here's Primetime. He's guarded by Hill. The closer passes to Anderson. Here's Primetime. And here is Ross. And the Warriors miss again.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And there's the nice layup by Hill. Hill's got 11 points.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's the bodyguard. 18 points for him. And it goes down 2 points. The bodyguard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Anderson outside. Pass to the bodyguard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Boston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Here's Insanity. Hill, a screen on Anderson. Here's Insanity. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Anderson passes to the bodyguard. He gets that one.
41.
The bodyguard's got 22.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
A nice shot by the Cobra.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Anderson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 8.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Boston. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. B-Train's checked in for the Cobra. Skinny comes in for Hill. The franchise is checked in for G, and it's Larkin in for Insanity. Different look here for the Warriors. The Great One's checked in for the bodyguard. The Great One comes in for Ross. Baddest One's checked in for the closer. And Chance subbed in for Anderson. The Warriors shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Champ. Still scoreless. Here's Prelzic. Rebound Boston. Shea outside. For the three. Primetime grabs the board. The Warriors shooting 47% from the field in the third.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Cobra is checked in for Boston. Dubs checked in for the Warriors. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass.
3 points.
Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Enzo Larkin will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to B-Train, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Gentry. No good with the layup. Boston shooting 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. Medina the pass to Harris. Pass to B-Train. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 6 points for B-Train.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They have made it. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Skinny is out there with the Cobra. Then it's the franchise. Then there's Insanity, and it's Medina in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Pass to the Cobra. Here's the franchise. Misses the 3. Here's Champ. Bargnani with the ball. Here's the great one. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Cobra passes to Medina. Here's the Cobra, covered by Conley. Buries it from 3-point range. 20 points for the Cobra.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Bargnani against Bledsoe. Pass to the great one. Here's Champ. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's the franchise. Takes a 3. That shot, no good.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
First personal foul, first team foul.
First free throw is good. Erickson's checked in for the franchise. Then for the Warriors, Ross, he's checked in for Dub, and it's Anderson in for Champ. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Baddest one. Pass to Ross. Takes the 3. Bledsoe with the rebound. Here's the Cobra. Bledsoe taking his time here. Here's the Cobra. They set the pick. There's the triple. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized. Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Insanity. Here's the Cobra. The shot from the low post is good. The Cobra's got 16 points here in the second half.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Anderson kicks to Ross. From the top of the key and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Ross has got 33. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to B-Train. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Baddest one. To the right side. Relzic. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to the Cobra. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Relzic, the pass to Anderson. Got a piece of it. It's Bledsoe on the wing. To the inside. Here's Medina. And it's the great one with the rebound. Warriors leading by 22. Conley dishes to Ross. The rebound by the Celtics. B-Train's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Insanity. Here's the Cobra. Here's B-Train, covered by Conley. Here's Medina. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for it. And a new group in for the Celtics. Hill, he's checked in for Skinny. Harris comes in for Erickson. G's checked in for the Cobra. And it's Larkin in for Insanity. Golden State also making some changes. Bodyguards checked in for Ross. Primetime comes in for the Great One. And the closer subbed in for Anderson. Pass to the closer. The bodyguard passes to Primetime. Fires it up. And they recover it.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. Celtics trail by 20. And here's Che. Harris outside for 3. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
No coverage that time. And it's 8 points for Baddest one.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Pass to G. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Here's the closer. Here's Baddest one. Spins. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's the bodyguard. Here's prime time, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
No good on the free throw. The Cobra, he's checked in for the Celtics. Insanity comes in for Larkin. Ross, he's checked in for the Warriors. Anderson comes in for baddest one. That one misses. Here's the closer. Another shot. Rebound, Boston. The Insanity's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hill. Here's G. Here's the 3. Hill, no good.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Celtics trail by 20. Here's G. Harris outside. A 3-ball. Ross grabs the board.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Six to shoot. Shoots from the baseline, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. The Cobra passes to Harris, and it's blocked, and he recovers it. The 3. The Warriors pull it in. Here's prime time. Pass to Anderson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Insanity, the pass to the Cobra. To the paint. Here's Hill. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back.
Golden State foul, number 41. First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And the first one drops. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
At the line for 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Hill. Warriors leading by 22. Here's Champ. Here's Gentry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
For Golden State, taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's the Celtics now. G passes to Harris. To the middle. G, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Champ. Pass to Conley. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Prelzic. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's G. And here's Hill for 3. It's good from long range.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
To the paint. Got a piece of it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. 1:43 left to play here in the 4th. Now Che. Erickson right side. Here's Larkin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. And a new group in for the Celtics. Harris is checked in for B-Train. Hill comes in for Skinny. The Cobra, he's checked in for Erickson. And G's subbed in for Mobley. G's checked in for the Warriors.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Great One.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Kept alive. Here's the Cobra. Harris a screen. A nice shot by the Cobra. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Baddest one. Down low. Got a piece of it. Outside Conley. Golden State moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Gentry. Drains the 19-footer.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's G. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Great One.